And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Reachin and Teachin podcast social media. It's me, Robinson, my co-host Johnny. We're doing something a little bit different. Obviously, we like to, like I said in our last video, we like to do other things of content, other forms of content. Obviously, we hope you've been enjoying our episodes. We hope you're enjoying the stuff that we do for covering the NBA 2K League and esports. But we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about stuff that we want to, like, interesting topics that really cater towards us in these short little videos. And we've done it a couple times with Tell Them How You Really Feel on the podcast. We have a new man. And that was another one we thought about doing, but we have another one. We're from New York. We say it all the time, and if you're from New York, maybe outside of New York, maybe we're missing out.
I think it's a universal term now. I don't
use the word tight. So I just came up with it. I was talking about it with Johnny and just said, hey, what do we just tell me how we feel sounds a little bit tacky. Let's just call the thing I'm tight. It's something that really aggravates me. Something that I really want to talk about. It's just something like, I'm tight that this is not. This is how it is. This is the state of it, how it is. So the first one we're going to talk about as I load up my computer is the NBA 2K. So if you play NBA 2K, if you've been playing for a long time, there's some legends that are missing from the game. Probably the biggest one is Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller. Obviously, Charles Barkley, Hall of Famer, 11-time All-Star, part of the Dream Team. Reggie Miller, one of the greatest three-point shooters ever. I have other players on my list. Ron Artest, yes, that's random, but hey, Ron Artest is he packs a mean punch. If you hack, press the X button, see what happens.
How about that elbow? Shout out to James
Rasheed Wallace, 4-time All-Star. It was part of the 04 Pistons, and then lastly had Brandon Roy.
Mr. Ball spot.
He's in the game. He just got hired as assistant coach for the Lakers, so he should definitely be in 2K.
They don't really put like real.
And then Brandon Roy, who was in 2K, but as of right now, he's no longer in NBA 2K. So what this is a licensing. Obviously, if you're not familiar with it, you need a licensing to use a person's likeness and use them in certain things in products and stuff like that. And these 5 players that I just listed, Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, Rasheed Wallace, Ron Artest, and Brandon Roy, are not in NBA 2K. And this gets me tight because these guys are the legends of the game. They're fun to use. They're players that people want to use. Charles Barkley, he stated his reasons why he wants players to get paid about $1 million,
bro.
That are retirement, which is fair. I can't argue with that. But I just hate that this is where it's at. The only way you can use Charles Barkley is if you use the Dream Team when it's the Olympic year.
You can go to your nice, friendly, create a player, right? And then I'm not you go ahead and you get your creativity on, bro. You can't always count on the 2K heads out there to pit these people in the game when you can just do it yourself, bro. Or if you're really nice with it, you can actually do a mod, right? You can get on your PCs out there and do a mod build. So shout out to the modders out there who actually take the time to do that stuff because they look pretty good.
The last time Charles Barkley was in 2K was 2K17 because that was the year that they were in the Olympics. And 17 because that was the year post-Olympics, and they were. The only way you can get him is if you collected every Dream Team player on my team and you unlocked.
You see now,
and then you can use them offline because you could use Dream Team versus that team. That year's.
I'd rather you just say like 2K13 because like that
13
was like,
you could do.
You can play. You can just play.
No,
them.
you can do the same thing in there.
You have to collect all.
No. That's one way you can use them. The other way is if you just use them offline.
Oh, okay.
Which was corny, but in 2K13 you can use them online and team up.
Okay.
But my thing is, I'm just tight because just like. These are really great players, and I really want to use them because my favorite thing about NBA 2K is all the players you can pick from. We get bored using the same players all the time, and obviously, for example, we discovered using Richie Guerin from the Knicks. That's a player. We played in league. Who's that guy? Cliff Hagan? Paul Harrison?
Hey.
These are things that
let me tell you something.
These are things that we discovered playing 2K. Wait. And then you don't get to use them. Reggie Miller, for God knows what reason, I don't know why. They did a Bleacher Report chat, and Reggie Miller was in, and one of the first questions they asked him, will you be in 2K? He says, don't count on it, not happening. I don't know. I don't know what the reason is why. Chris Webber, it took a lot of convincing for him to even get into the game. And Brandon Roy, I don't know, his licensing agreement, I assume right now. Rasheed Wallace and Ron Artest. I don't know how you have the 04 Pistons and don't have Rasheed Wallace on it. That doesn't make sense. And then Ron Artest, I don't know. I just don't understand why he's not in it. He was in the game for like a quick minute, and then they took him out, and he hasn't been in the game ever since. Like, I need this players in 2K. I like the flexibility of being able to use all these guys because if you know me and Johnny, we're big team up guys, and we like the choices of picking all these players. And the fact that I can't use any of these players makes it whack. We play team up. We play 2K. If you're big 2K heads, you know it can get a little bit boring using the same player constantly or the same rotation of players with the way the game is set up. So it gets a little frustrating. I'm tight. I want these guys in the game. I don't know you have to do it. Make it happen. All right? I have a question. Producer Joel, you're behind the camera. Yes.
Do you want Ron Artest or Meta World Peace?
I want Meta World Peace, to be honest.
Metta World Peace played for the 2014 Knicks. That didn't work out well.
Metta World Peace
and the 2013 Lakers
is dope as a person though.
Ron Artest.
Ron
Artest hit James Harden with
Ron Artest is from Queensbridge, bro.
Big fan.
That's a bit much.
He don't play around. Ron Artest, he packs a punch. I'm telling you, press that X button.
This ain't COD, bro. Pack a punch. What's up with this pack a punch?
Pack a punch, you're way off.
Jesus.
With that pack a punch. First of all, it's when you play Call of Duty, you take away the knife and it's just a fist. And there you go. But anyways, yeah, that's my thing, Johnny. What's your take on my 5 players and the fact that I'm tight that these guys are not a 2K?
The fact you're scaring me every time you say tight, it kind of
that's the name of the segment, so I'm emphasizing it.
But no, look, I think for people out there who really care about that stuff, obviously it can be bit of an annoyance, but at the end of the day, I understand the reasons why those guys are not in the game. It's a business, like it's 2K. Like they need to get paid, and they're not getting paid what they're getting paid, and that's how it is. So I don't think it's make or break because a lot of those guys that you mentioned are historically they're pretty good. They're really good. Obviously, Hall of Famers for Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, and I think that's it, right? I think the rest of them are in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. So I think ultimately, like, it's not like a huge deal to me. I mean, it's not like saying like my son Paul Arch is not in the game, even though he is in the game now. No, I'm kidding.
They got guys from the 50s in the game. They got guys that are not even with us anymore in the game.
But I guess because it's easier to negotiate if their estate is like, hey,
Here's my last thing. We'll wrap up right there. I'm not blaming I'm not blaming the former players. I'm not blaming. I just want it to happen. Whatever has to be done, I just want it to happen. I don't
know, man. I'm creative, so I always make my guys anyway.
I don't like creative players that doesn't feel authentic to me.
I mean, like, hey, man, like back in the day, bro, when a lot of these guys was in the game, like Michael Jordan was in the game for years, and what people do, they created him. Like, I don't know, you gotta get creative.
Okay.
And I don't rely on a lot of those guys to make it happen because even when they make these guys, some of them are not even accurate. I'm like, yo, when was he able to shoot?
That's a thing.
Why does he look like that? Like,
that's a thing that 2K has to work on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Either way, I'm not going to be like sitting here like, oh man, they should be in the game. They probably going to be trash if they're in the game because they're 2K.
It's something. It's just something that every time I get a new 2K, I'm like, another year that they're not in the game. So we shall see. So that'll do for this edition of I'm Tight from the Reachin' and Teachin podcast. I hope you check out more. Let us know what you think. Are there other players that we're missing out that you guys want to see in 2K? Maybe we're missing some. I don't know.
Nah.
Stephen A. Smith is very, very famous. Slava Medvedinko.
What?
Slava Medvedinko.
What the hell is that? What? What?
Remember him?
No. Yo, what? Yo,
Kwame Brown? Kwame Brown?
But what was that first thing you said, my God? What was that?
There's one of the. I'll tell you right now.
Am I bugging?
I'm gonna look up his name. Slava Medvedinko. Yeah, he's a Ukrainian former basketball player.
But what's the context?
Oh no, I'm just saying. I'm just being random. Yeah. Like I'm saying, are there other players that I'm missing that you want to see in 2K?
Well, for the Slava fans out there, I'm sorry to tell you he's not going to be in the game.
Stephen A. Smith used to say it when he rants. He's like, Kwame Brown or Slava Medvedinko. So that's why I said it. But yeah, that'll do it. Let us know what you think in the comment section. If there's anybody else that we're missing that you want to see in NBA 2K, and we're gonna create more of these. So stay tuned for more types of videos of these. I'm sure there's things in the esports world that gets Johnny tight. So we look forward to see what that gets him tight.
Oh man.
So thank you very much and take care.
All right, guys.